I've mostly covered Monster High and Rainbow High on this channel, and also that brief period when I talked about LOL OMG, but let's be real, I'm not really about that. I want to take a quick look at what Bratz has been doing recently because, well, it confuses me. But after seeing Sugar and Spice on season 15 of RuPaul and seeing how they're heavily inspired by Bratz when it comes to all their looks, I started thinking to myself, what is going on with Bratz nowadays? And Sugar and Spice mentioned they're inspired by Bratz basically every time they perform on stage, so they really drilled it into my head. No hate, they're doing a great job on RuPaul, I'm just saying, we get it. First of all, their YouTube is pretty much dead. They were really active in 2020 and 2021, but then everything just fell off, which I guess their goal was just to upload content for YouTube Kids, and once they released everything they had, that's all they cared for, which I can appreciate because I like it when a company itself makes the content we love easy to access. Too many times we've seen fans scrounge the internet for the content or clips and shows and upload them to fan accounts. Thankfully, these companies are realizing the value of having all of these shows accessible in an easily foundable location. Although I will admit, my researching abilities on the internet skyrocketed during this time period. So I think all in all, I benefited from it. But that doesn't mean they aren't active. Their Instagram has been very active. From what I've heard, people have said that Bratz is leaning away from being a kids brand and is actively trying to be more adult, like with posts parodying the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which is a very mature and sexually liberating performance for a lot of people. They've also been collaborating with other brands, most recently a collab with Velvet Caviar for $45 Bratz-themed phone cases. They also promote smaller creators and show off their artwork or photography skills while linking their Instagram, so their engagement with the community has been strong. And Instagram is generally targeting the demographic of 25-year-old to 35-year-old people, which would actually align with the current age of longtime fans. So them hitting Instagram makes perfect sense. But they've been killing it on TikTok. Their TikTok has been legitimately impressive. They're doing these original animations largely synced to viral sounds in order to help spread the video, but there isn't really any video of theirs that flops. Whoever is running the TikTok account is doing an amazing job, and some of this stuff is actually funny and engaging. They're more popular on TikTok than they are on Instagram, and it also doubles down on the idea that they're pushing Bratz to be more for older audiences. Really love the high production quality of some of the animation they've been putting on TikTok. They seem to cater a bit to an older demographic too, which kind of works really well.
I gotta go. I am a god. Okay.
Are you okay, Kat?
No! Yes! I am in love with Nate Jacobs and he is in love with me, and you guys can all judge me if you want, but I do not care. I have never, ever been happier.
But what's been happening with the dolls? You know, like the base product of Bratz? Honestly, there really hasn't been much on store shelves in recent years. In June of 2022, they released a Collector's Pride Month doll set in collaboration with Jimmy Paul, a clothing brand that also has clothes collaborated with Bratz, and these dolls look adorable, Roxy and Nevra showing up to a Pride rally. Yet another collaboration, but this time with GCDS, which is another clothing brand. The dolls are wearing GCDS clothing and come in luxury packaging. But these were dolls that you couldn't really find at major retailers. They were all collaborations. What could you find in stores? And what I've been recording multiple times in my other doll videos, just in passing, as I've been trying to remind myself for the past who knows how long, trying to remind myself to make this video and kept forgetting, we have seen Bratz Rock Angels and the reproduction line of Bratz. I love the designer collabs. The Moa Lola line was immaculate. My Felicia and Jade are so rad. I'm mad that we didn't get the core 4. I don't like how they neglect their fan base by doing a lot of reproductions. Some of the reproductions don't come with all the original accessories. I get mine on sale, but I'd be mad if I paid full price for half the stuff. I want more original dolls. And the current collector dolls are pretty cute, but personally, if they are going to reproduce dolls, they need to do a Tokyo A Go-Go. Seems like they're only marketing to old fans while actively avoiding the new buyers. Bratz dolls sit on toy shelves for months, then go on clearance. And I don't think any kid is actively buying them because they aren't advertised to. And it's completely fine to market to adults with collector dolls and reproductions, but if that's what they want to do, why bother putting them on toy shelves when they could just do online sales? Do you ever get exhausted from how expensive perfume can get? I like to use different perfumes and fragrances to stand out from a crowd, but there's so many perfumes I can't try them all. At least not without Scentbird, the sponsor of this video. For only $17 a month, you get to pick the fragrances and try them out. This is not a blind box, there's no surprises. There's perfumes, colognes, and unisex options. You get a 30-day supply, so you don't need to commit a ton of money to one bottle. They carry everything from Prada, Gucci, Versace, and even indie labels like Skylar, Heretic, and Confessions of a Rebel. This month I chose Silhouette in Bloom from Christian Siriano, Oud for Greatness from Initio, and Sweet Like Candy from Ariana Grande. Each perfume sample comes in this special container that has a locking mechanism so none of your fragrance escapes during shipping. And this is a surprisingly generous amount of perfume given that some perfumes can be really expensive. I usually like my personal scent to be dark, but floral. I want to smell like a vampire that sleeps in a flower garden. Now let's try out the scents. First is Sweet Like Candy. Oh, I get flashbacks of cotton candy. It's fruity, it's lots of different sweet scents mixed together that complement each other well. Next is Silhouette in Bloom. This scent starts off too strong. I don't really get a distinct smell. It smells like a combination of several different things. It just smells like perfume. Probably wouldn't wear this one. Finally is Oud for Greatness. Oh, this is a very masculine scent, but very welcoming. This is what I imagined the love interest to a romance novel would smell like. It reminds me of walking into a forest on a hike. Not a scent I go for, but a scent I highly recommend. It's comforting and manly. You can use my coupon code -55 to get 55% off at Scentbird. That's only a little over $7 for your first month. Available in the USA and Canada. Either use my link in the description or in the pinned comment below. At the store, there's still some Bratz dolls on the shelves that you can find. Right now, they're doing the 21st anniversary, so now the Bratz can legally drink the silly juice. But it really doesn't take up a lot of shelf space. But there's also some Bratz Minis, which is a miniature blind box toy where you get small versions of the dolls, which is adorable and I love it. I just wish the packaging wasn't these hard shells. I've been really noticing our single-use plastics now, and the problem of it ever since it was pointed out to me. And even though I'm annoyed with how plastic bags are now being charged for when you check out, I do feel like it's a step in the right direction. I really need to just start remembering to bring my tote bag so that I can just put it in a bag for myself. I have a Shaman King one that is just stuck in my room, not doing anything. That's perfect. Oh my gosh, I just thought of that. Maybe now some of you who went to like Comic-Con and got the Monster High stuff, the Monster High tote bags, you can use those now for your groceries. They actually have a purpose more than just being collectible. Anyway, I grabbed some of the stuff for this video. And yes, I understand that I am a hypocrite, but I need content. So let's start with the worst of the bunch, Bratz Minis. I got 2 of them. I'm gonna try and figure out how to reuse this packaging for something else because like, yikes. So far, there's only a Series 1. They say they're limited edition. I have no idea what that means. I heavily doubt they're limited edition, but hey, Series 1 is out now. They've been out for a while. I'm not sure if there's gonna be a Series 2. And then you pop it open, and there's 2 little plastic, well, actually paper bags. At least they did something that's nice for the earth. First bag. It's a tiny Bratz Winter Collection Jade. And it's actually made out of more plastic. I can say bad for the earth, but also it legitimately feels like it's an actual doll that's been shrunk down because it's made out of the original plastic-like material that they use for the reproduction dolls. So this is cool. If you want to make a diorama of dolls, just have your dolls have a collection of dolls, that'd be cute. I'd like that actually. Second bag. Pretty sure this is the first Sasha doll that they released. Looks really good. Obviously, you'll get close-ups later on, but these are really awesome. They're impressive, and obviously, with the continuing lines, they're gonna stack up like this, which, that's cute. The quality of the figures of something this small is about what you'd expect. It's decently good. It's nothing amazing, but it's decently good. One more. Let's see what's in number 3. We got an original Yasmin, very small, very tiny. Can you actually read the print on the back? Yeah, you can. Hey, my name is Yasmin. My friends call me Pretty Princess because I rule. My gosh, it's actually legible. That's really impressive. Can we score with number 4? Oh my gosh, wait, that's so cool. It's Tokyo a Go-Go. That's such cool, that's so cool. She looks so good. And it's Chloe. It's my girl, Chloe. So is this cool? Yes. Is it adorable? Yes. Should you get them? It's up to you. I like the idea of making a little diorama. Now for those photographers that do like a whole set for their dolls and really like try to get the coolest picture they can for their doll, that's something I think is awesome. That these would be so fun to have. Not really sure how collectible these are. Honestly, I think the most impressive part of all this, I think the majority of the cost is actually in the packaging. But now we get to check out Girls Night Out Chloe. Of course I got Chloe, because if you watched my last Bratz video, Chloe is my girl. And no, do not worry, I'm not going to burn this one. Now, even though I don't think the packaging is all that impressive visually, it is very easy to just slide it all out, which I appreciate a lot. And here we have Chloe. I will admit, the Bratz dolls are a little disappointing. I mean, I'm pretty sure these are also part of reproduction. It's just the reproduction of another line. I may be wrong, don't quote me on that. I'm not the biggest Bratz expert in the world. But one big thing about it is that there's not a lot of articulation. You can swivel the head in a bunch of different directions. That's good. The legs, for some reason, when you start moving them, they want to fight you. But after really like forcing them out, they move pretty easily. The arms move in pretty much any direction, but there is no waist movement. There is no extra joint in the waist. Here, there's some in the hips where the legs are connected, but everywhere else, you're kind of out of luck. There's not really a lot of poses you can do. And one big downside is that you don't replace the shoes, you replace the whole foot, which is kind of known. I get that, we know that, I think that's weird. Now, these don't have inset eyes, but they do have inset eyelashes, or maybe glued on eyelashes. Hard to tell, I'm not going to test it. They said that this is the sleepover, or the girls night out. I don't know why I assumed that was sleepover. Girls night out. I was about to comment on why is she wearing a dress to a sleepover? Because that's not what's happening. But also, do you see the size comparison? These look like they're like exactly the right size for a doll. This looks so good. I'll admit, this was a smart idea. Not sure how crazy they're gonna be, how much they're gonna kick off, but it's cool. The Bratz dolls are very iconic. They look, I mean, obviously, the big bold lips, the dedication to the whole Y2K fashion trends. I love it. I think it's really cool. Definitely a sort of doll that's meant to be played with. Sure, you can keep them in the box because they're reproductions, but I don't know. Now, my only problem is, does this really appeal to a new generation of kids that go into the toy aisle and hunt these down? I would argue probably no. From what I've heard, they sit on the shelves, and what I've seen, they sit on the shelves and don't move. Because, I mean, this isn't what people are looking for now. This is all old fashion trends. That's not as engaging as what's happening now. But it's a cool blast from the past. But real quick, let's take a look at her other outfit. Now this, I like this outfit way better. Obviously because there's layers. I mean, I get the dress. The dress, you're going out with your friends, going to someplace probably kind of nice, trying to show that you're sophisticated. This is going to the mall and wanting everyone to stare at you because you just look that much better than everyone else. I kind of miss these jeans. These jeans looked really good on just the right people, you know? I cannot believe I'm managing to do this. This is so cool. Now, what's nice is that the plastic is very flexible. There isn't a joint in the arm, just so you know. The plastic is just that flexible. So when it comes to putting on the clothes, it's very easy. And the quality of the clothes is pretty nice. This is incredibly sheer, which I'm pretty sure is the point. The jacket with all the stitching, wonderful. The pants with the it's glittery. These glittery dots on the side and the stitching. It's solid. Solid work all around. I mean, it's MGA. MGA is usually known for having pretty good quality clothing for their dolls. I don't see any defects on the face or the print on the face. This is all around really solid. Now, is this the kind of fashion that I would wear? Obviously not, but also I'm not really the kind of person that likes I don't know, it looks kind of like southern to me, sort of western camo with, these remind me of not tassels. You know what I'm talking about. I always call them tassels and they're not tassels. The yeehaw stuff. But on Chloe, it looks really good. And honestly, this is my favorite outfit out of the two. I'm gonna use this outfit for her when I display her on the shelf. Now, this doesn't come with a stand, which should be expected. It's a playline doll. It's a reproduction of a playline doll. They made it exactly how it's supposed to be. Lots of hairs are coming out though. Should mention that, lots of hairs are coming out. I think these are fun. I don't understand why they'd keep making more Bratz dolls after the Rock Angels or the first wave of reproductions, because I don't really see as much of a craze with the younger generation for these dolls. And honestly, seeing these dolls and their quality just really puts into perspective how much MGA has improved their dolls, which is massive. There's a lot more joints, a lot more articles of clothing. It's just better all around. Would I recommend buying this doll? Yes, but wait for it to go on clearance, because they tend to do that. Actually, in the beginning of the year, usually dolls go on sale. A lot of dolls, especially MGA dolls. So I'd recommend waiting for around this time of year or whenever there is clearance, if you can find it, to go get these dolls. I would say, I think the collector's dolls look really cool, and I may actually bother getting those, especially since those are also very accessible. Why aren't the dolls selling well? I can understand why MGA is always licensing their stuff to clothing brands, because otherwise, what else are they gonna do with Bratz? I don't see Bratz as a serious competitor anymore. Bratz is in a weird spot, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure MGA wants to go full force with bringing Bratz back in the limelight. I'd like that to happen. Rainbow High and LOL just dominate the toy aisle. Why would they bother? They can just invest their money into other things. Cool blast from the past. I appreciate them doing this. I don't see it going anywhere. I'm more than willing to be proven wrong. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong, but I just don't see it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Is Bratz really making a comeback, or is this just a fun little addition for the fans? And don't forget to check out my link for Scentbird in the description below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay beautiful and keep playing.